I've come across something, and I think you've seen it as well, where you're going to come across some great offers. They're going to sound great on paper, but they're not for most resellers. I don't want you to fall into that trap. So let's check it out here on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go.
Following program contains disturbing materials that may not be suitable for some resellers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy. And guys, I'm telling you, this is something that I think most resellers need to be aware of. You need to be aware of what kind of reseller you are and if this is going to be something that you can benefit from. And don't find out because you fell into the trap of what looks really, really good and it's more than likely too good to be true. So right here's what I'm talking about. We have this message from eBay. Don't miss your discount. Get 50% off promoted listings with a priority strategy. And if you click on claim your offer, well, here it is. This is what I fell for back in November, December. And it says get 50% off promoted listings with a priority strategy up to $200. Now, for many of you who watch this channel, you recall that we were offered 75% off promoted listings with a priority strategy. I believe it was up to $400. Actually, you know what? It was $200. So you're getting less here. Now I could click on activate the promotion, but I'm not. And I'm not going to fall for this again. And I'll show you here why in a second. Now, basically, you got to click the activate button, create promoted listings campaign with a priority strategy. It's different than promoted standard, where you're paying per click and you pay even if you don't make a sale. Now, receive 50% off promoted listing ad fees up to a maximum of $200 for all listings through March 31st. So you got a little bit more than a month to take advantage of that. Now, it goes into what is promoted listings. Well, there's different ones, so be careful. Promoted listings advanced, not standard, but they forgot to put advanced here. Promoted listings is a cost per click advertising solution with priority access to ad placements across eBay. By selecting and using a priority strategy, you can boost your listings and accelerate sales and reach motivated buyers. Core features: access advanced controls, only pay for clicks, and grow your business. I doubt a lot of this because it didn't work for me, and it goes into the ins and outs of it. Don't fall for it. Now let's go for something real quick here before we get into why you shouldn't fall for it. Here's another one. The same account, and in my seller hub, look at this: 50% off promoted offsite fees up to $200. And then you click on that, and here it is. They're really hitting me up on this account where they want me to get involved with 50% off promoted offsite ad fees. Now, offsite ads are where eBay pushes your listing over to Google Shopping or other eBay affiliated search engines or websites. And this used to be where it was kind of baked in. It was baked in whether you promoted or didn't. I believe you did get a little bit more play when you promoted standard. They just kind of pushed your listings out to Google, and I believe they still do. But this is their way of getting us to pay for more of that. Instead of it being baked in the fees we already pay, they want us to pay. Now they're saying, hey, you can foot half the bill, 50% off promoted offsite ad fees up to $200. And this would get you technically a little bit more exposure than what you're used to with standard promoted listings. Now I can activate this offer, but I'm not. They say, why use promoted offsite? With our dynamic cost per click advertising solution, you can increase traffic to your listings with ads on leading external channels like Google, save time by launching campaigns that promote your listing in just a few clicks, and reach buyers who are already searching for the types of items that you're selling. So it all sounds good, right? But I'm going to tell you why you should not click on any of those. Well, for most sellers. Now, there are some sellers that would definitely benefit. If you are a seller that has a large store, maybe you sell within a niche, and you have a large store. I'm talking in the thousands of items. then I can see it certainly working for you, where you can choose certain keywords that will narrow the focus, because you're paying for every keyword that you decide to use in these campaigns. Now, you can have on these promoted listings advanced campaigns, you can have AI go in and find the listings that you select, and it will choose keywords that you can pay for. So a buyer types in words in the best match search when they're searching just on eBay for your item. Well, you are then, with promoted listings advanced, you're basically in a bidding war with other people who are using promoted listings advanced for those very keywords that the buyer might type in. And if you're the high bidder for that keyword or phrase, then you're going to get more exposure on their search than you would if you lost those bids. Now, that's not to say you won't appear in their search, but just not as high up. Well, again, I think if you have a lot of merchandise and you can find keywords that, it's not too broad of a list of words, maybe you have a narrow list of words, it's maybe worth trying. Try it out and see if it works for you. I tried it out November and December, and I lost money. It didn't actually even break even. I was actually losing money on that experiment. Now, if you also have multi-quantity items, like let's say I have a bunch of shirts, they're different colorways, and I have them all in a variation listing, maybe you can, again, you don't have a broad list of keywords, a very narrow list of keywords that'll drive the buyer to that listing. And you have quite a bit of merchandise under that listing or multiple listings. I can see it working for a multi-quantity listing. I can also see it working for high-value listings. So if you have something that's like $400 or $500, it may not kill you to throw, a couple bucks a day at these listings. But the problem is the minimum for the entire campaign, basically you put all your listings into this smart promoted listings advanced campaign with AI, and basically you can go as low as $5, and it really will suggest, hey, we want you to throw 70 plus bucks a day. That's nuts, guys. That's like $200 and some odd a month in just throwing these fees out at eBay. And if you don't have the right kind of merchandise, you don't have enough merchandise, or if you don't have enough value in your merchandise, not all of that, but at least one of those things, then what's going to happen is you are going to find that it's going to be a losing proposition. And it was a losing proposition for me. 350 item store, a very narrow search, very similar items. I sell different parts for different appliances and vacuums and coffee makers and things like that. And I used the AI, and I thought that was going to work. Well, this particular promotion I used in the end of November. I wrote it off as, well, a lot of competition due to Black Friday, and it showed that I still had a balance to use. They're covering 75% of these fees, and I was working at a $6 daily budget, so out of my pocket was like $1.50. So if you did this at a $5 a day budget, you're still paying $2.50 a day, and believe you me, they will use every cent of that money until you run out of your budget for that week, and then the amount of money they throw at it will stop until that week is lapsed, and then they start all over again. And then they do that every week. So they're not going to put you over budget, but a lot of times they use your budget up quick if you don't have enough money in that budget. And maybe I didn't throw enough money at it, but for me, it's not something that I recommend for 95% of resellers out there. Don't fall for this, guys. Got to remember, eBay's in the business of making money. eBay's in the business of making you feel good about making money, and to make you feel a certain way about, they're selling you on their services, right? So they're going to beef up with these, increase traffic and save time and reach buyers. They're going to say these things to you, but don't fall for it, okay? Know what their end goal is, and that is to make money, just like your goal is to make your listings look as tidy and as good as possible, because it's not about, we should not be feeling anything. We should be sticking to business, sticking to dollars and cents, sticking to the things that we know work, and allow the buyers to have feelings. And when they're looking at your listings, they feel a certain way. They feel good. They feel confident about the things that you're selling. Well, eBay is doing no different with you, but you're the buyer and they're playing on your feelings. So don't do it. Now, I can tell you, you can look at your dashboard, and I'll show you here the dashboard. This is my campaign performance. Now, this is a 90-day view because I didn't do these campaigns beyond the end of 2024. So as you can see here, I'll click on promoted listings priority. You see that when I actually hover over that? Look at the dark blue. You can barely see any dark blue on this graph, right? That dark blue is my promoted listings priority, the sales that were generated due to that. And guys, it wasn't much. I can go here, and it wasn't even the sales, it's the traffic. So look, on the 15th of December, I had 3,727 impressions as compared to 267,000 with just a regular pay-as-you-go promoted listings standard campaign that most of us use, where you select anywhere from 2 to whatever percent in addition to your final value fees. That you should be using. That's tried and true. Most people that have success on this platform do use promoted listings standard in some way. But as you can see here, it's, look, hardly any traffic. I'll go to this other date, December 22nd, that week, 2132 in impressions. So that's about 300 a day extra impressions. And all the while, I paid, was $100 out of pocket because it was closer to $100 out of pocket. With what I did, I paid close to $100 out of pocket after they paid their part. Now, if I look at ads performance, again, a lot of ad fees. I had clicks. Some days I didn't have any clicks. Some days 0 clicks. 0 clicks from promoted listings priority. There's another day 0 clicks. And it's, I'm paying per click. And I think a lot of these days were days where I ran out of budget. But I'm seeing a lot of days where I don't have, here's 8 clicks, 8 clicks, 10 clicks. I mean, you're not getting a lot of clicks. What does that mean? If I get 8 clicks in a day on a $6 budget, that means that, well, you do the math. What's $6 divided by 8? That's like 70 cents every time someone types in my keyword and they click search. Well, I just paid for that, and it's just not good, guys. And I'm sure it works for some people, but don't be that person that's desperate enough to find out the hard way. We're in it to make money in this business, and I can honestly tell you that eBay wants your money. They don't care. And here's another chart I'll show you. Here's some of the sales that I was able to get out of this. I got one sale for $26. That's it. One sale for $26. That was directly tied to a promoted listings advanced campaign, right, where they typed in the keywords. And this is a higher max cost per click could help your ads be more competitive based on similar campaigns. Consider a max cost per click greater than 70 cents, because I had my cost per click at $6 a day, which boiled down to 70 cents on average for a cost per click. Going to the next time I got a sale was the 26th of December. So I went all that time without any sales, and boom, I had another $15 sale. So at the end of the day, it was a $60 loser after you consider the 2 sales was about $40, and I was into it for about $100 in fees. So don't fall for it, guys, whether it's offsite ads. And offsite ads, might I add, we were talking about that here briefly. I was showing you that briefly. But you guys recall back in 2024 in December, I had my best 2 weeks using it with, on their dime. But when that promotion was over, I thought, wow, this is going to be a good tool to make money for offsite ads, to get more exposure on Google. Guess what happened? I had one of my worst Januaries ever, and I had to pay additional for that. So again, certain sellers, consider it. Look at your business. You should know your business. You should know what you're making. If you can afford to throw a little bit of money at it to see if that helps your sales, go for it. But if you aren't in the position, don't be too desperate to jump on these campaigns. It sounds too good to be true, and it, for many of us, it is. But figuring out whether or not promoted listings advanced or promoted offsite ads is going to work for you is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care.
Chargebacks, returns, and low ball offers too. Vero takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. When flipping ain't easy by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that is within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Yay! Flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that is within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Yeah. Let's roll. If flipping ain't easy, let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.